about kitchen gardening because I want all you friends out there that live in colder climates to be able to enjoy wonderful fresh herbs and sprouts throughout the winter. So Ms. Erica Ans from myediblegardens.com is going to be teaching us about herbs in a moment. But first, I'm going to show her how to plant sunflower sprouts. Aren't these great, you guys?
First thing I said was, it's not the right time of year, Blythe. And she says, I do it for my kitchen, for my salads. That's
right. We do it in the kitchen.
So
and actually, these are pretty long because I planted these to show for last week's show, but they weren't quite ready for last week's show.
So it's only a week?
So this is actually 10 days.
Okay.
These are about twice as long as I usually make them. Try it. So what you do is the tops, we plant, I'll show you how to do it.
It does not taste like sunflower seeds.
Isn't that amazing? We take these organic raw, just the sunflower seed, in the hull. And the tops of them just come off, as you can see, really easily. And then you harvest them just by cutting them like this, and you put them in your salads, and I love it.
Neato.
Salad sandwiches.
You just do it in this tray?
Yeah. Okay, so put some soil. We've got some organic potting soil here. We're gonna put like a ½ inch on the bottom. Easy breezy.
And this is, of course, organic.
It's, of course, organic potting soil.
Important. Don't buy anything that doesn't say that.
Tell us why.
They make a lot of potting and amendments from sewage sludge.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Well, I guess it's fertilizer, but either way, you just want it to be organic.
Yeah, I don't want to grow my vegetables in sewage sludge.
Yeah, no, I hear that. So that's it. We just, yeah, that's totally enough.
Not very much.
No, just really cover the bottom. And in fact, some people don't even cover the top. They just put but I find that I like to still cover the top because look, the ones that I had that weren't covering didn't grow very well. By the way, usually the whole tray grows, but I was using sunflower seeds that I harvested from my own sunflower garden. So you grow big sunflowers and the head is full of the seeds, and some of them didn't grow that well, and I think it's because my soil's not that good. So, okay. So we take these beautiful sunflower seeds and we just put it all over, exactly right. And then we just top it with a little bit of soil. And then, that's good, just like that.
Okay.
And then that's it. You water it. Usually in the beginning, I take a glass like this and I pour the whole glass over it so it kind of dampens it in the beginning. And then just every other day, I take a spritz bottle and just spritz. And you know what? The kids love to watch these grow. And you can put this, you can have the kids even do this. The kids will love to do this. Be like, Mommy, can I grow sunflower sprouts? It's a fun activity for them. They get to put their hands in the dirt, which certainly over the winter they don't get to do. And then they get to watch them grow and they can spritz them all the time. And then they can even harvest them. And it's a great way to, to get kids to understand how food works and also to get them to eat fresh sprouts, freshly cut. Because you guys, this is living foods. I mean, we talk about raw foods and living foods. And yes, raw foods are foods that aren't cooked or not pasteurized. But when we talk about living foods, this is still alive. This is growing. So when we eat it right, we cut it from when it's growing and eat it, we're going to get more power.
I think you can do this with corn. I saw corn sprouts in the store and at the sushi place I went to. Yeah, so just like this tall. Yeah.
And I bet you it has more nutrition than the corn itself because that's how it rolls.
Probably do it just like this, I bet.
So fun friends, kitchen sprouts, and it's pretty. It's just really pretty to have in your kitchen, have some fresh things growing. So Erica, show us how to do, what do we got? Basil, thyme, and oregano? What do we got?
Yes, you'd asked me to pick up some things that people could possibly grow on their kitchen counter in the sun. Of course, they need sun or a grow light. Okay. Few people have that.
Okay.
Basil, you can grow indoors all year, but it does need to be a little bit warm. This is a serrated leaf. It looked a little healthier than the sweet basil because the sweet basil was already starting to kind of go to mush. Because it's cold. It does not like the cold.
Oh, it smells amazing.
So it gets a little taller. You want to break up the roots when you plant those things to help them push in through the soil.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. How do you just...
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Tickle them.
Okay. I like that.
And probably put that in second.
Okay.
So this is...
All of these are going to fit in there? Awesome.
Yeah, these are just trailers. This is an oregano, golden oregano. I always like things that are a little different than what you can, typically would find in the store. Okay. This is a citrus, smell that. It's like mind-blowing.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Wow.
Season your chicken with this, with a little rosemary and this in your chicken.
Oh, very good. Plus, you can make a lot of different raw soups with that.
Oh, yeah. In the salad, too. Just the thyme is a power herb.
So this is lemon thyme. I bet this would make a really great bath tea.
Yes, I've put it in. It's not as strong as the lemongrass. It seems to get a little...
Wow!
But the smell
Herbs, friends. Herbs are all antibiotic. They're antiviral. They're antifungal. They're antiseptic. They're super medicine.
They're the scratch and sniff stickers of the garden.
Yeah.
Kids love herbs and how they smell.
Herbs.
They're like crazy about it. So I'm going to put the stuff that trails on the sides.
Yeah.
And then they'll probably grow on and keep on after this. It's not going to last as long.
So herbs you have to plant a little bit deeper, right? You have to have a little bit of a deeper pot for them.
Yeah,
or no?
It helps and you don't have to water it as much.
Okay.
So the theory is these two will grow together once this one has, this is an annual.
Okay.
The other two are perennial.
Annual and perennial, okay.
So perennial would be that it persists for more than 3 years.
Okay.
Annual needs to be replaced every year.
Now, can I feel like I've shocked plants before because like if I'm gonna make the basil grape, the basil grape recipe from last episode or the episode before, I might cut like a quarter of this. Does that like shock it if you cut too much of it at first? It
doesn't shock it, but you just won't get it for next time. You won't, tomorrow you won't have as much. But it is important the way you cut it. You should pinch it off above where you see 2 new leaves coming.
Oh, you just pinch off the top.
So like,
and then does it regrow from there?
It will regrow from those 2 little buds right here. See these 2 new ones?
Oh, it'll regrow from there. Okay.
And then to extend the life of your basil.
Yeah.
To extend the life of your basil, you want to pinch off the flower heads as well, because that's their whole goal in life, is just to produce flowers. And once they do that and their seed is out, they will just die, because that's it.
Can you use the flowers from? Are there seeds in the flowers? Can you plant those?
Well, there will be eventually. If you let it go to seed, you can plant it, but it shortens the length of your rosemary. So if you did let it go to seed, maybe wait. It will. The basil. It will eventually go to seed in spite of you.
So if say you plant this in a big herb box or outside, and if you let it go to seed, then will that seed just fall? Will it just naturally reproduce more basil, or do you have to like be intentional about like planting it?
Lots of people get really lucky, but you should be intentional.
Okay, you should be intentional.
With especially basil, things that, because I don't know, I don't want to allocate like an empty spot in my garden for months waiting for some basil to come back. I want, to have a productive. So, but in the spring, if I notice the little basil is coming up, it's like, oh, how fun, look, you made it from last year.
Right.
So, and then a little bit of water. Make sure that you have a drain hole on the bottom of your pot.
Okay.
I do not have one because I picked it up this morning, but I'll drill it when I get home.
Oh, you drill it in the pot?
Yeah, with a cordless drill, just a little ceramic drill bit. And,
That's fun.
And pinch them just to harvest them. You just pinch them off and use the little bits, however you chop them or crush them.
It's fantastic. This will really contribute to your health and wellness using fresh herbs all the time. A lot of raw soups, all the raw soups that you've seen on the show all have herbs like this. You can put them in the blender, certainly for baking, certainly for cooked soups. That is so good. All of us here at Blythe Raw Live want you to be your very best. So planting herbs in the kitchen and using herbs every day, certainly throughout the colder months, will certainly help with that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love this. Thank you so much.